Did you guys hear what's been going on with the Escape Room franchise? Okay, let's stop and dial it back for a second. If you guys are still waiting to get on the hype train for these films, you better hurry up. You might not be able to actually get out of the train though. Just saying. Okay. Jokes aside, I feel like we should just refresh our memories with these films. The second film did come out 3 years ago, and now it is said that Season 3 is on its way. So let's take a quick look back at this insane franchise and see what is expected from the new movie. And when will it be out, shall we? First, a short plot explanation and vibe check without spoilers, just in case some of you somehow still haven't watched these. So, to sum up, escape room films are basically like the American version of the Squid Games. You know? You have your rich psychos putting people in dangerous situations for their own amusement. You have an interesting set design and protagonists who are trying to break the cycle. These movies are very smart in their execution, and they are well worth the watch. So if that sounds like something that you'd enjoy, pause the video, go watch them, come back. You'll thank me later in the comments. And also let's play a fun game with those of you who have already watched the films. Without using spoilers, try to convince the people who haven't seen it in just a single sentence. This should be fun. I am excited to read what you guys come up with. With the spoiler-free intro out of the way, let's do our much-needed refresher. The first escape room was a typical psychological thriller. The film begins by introducing us to 6 different people who get this mysterious invite to win a large sum of money. Enticing, huh? At first glance, these people have no relation to one another. In terms of personality, you have your investment banker, university student, escape room nerd, and Karen from Daredevil. You know, the regular. But the film immediately shows its brilliance once the characters realize that the waiting room they were put in is actually their first escape room. Let's not forget the genius behind these amazing rooms is the production designer Ed Thomas. You might be familiar with his work from stuff like Doctor Who and Sherlock, but I have to say it. These films are his best work. Each room feels distinct and full of character. The way Thomas managed to incorporate the themes and stories into these sets is also really amazing to see. Which escape room is your favorite? Mine is the train from the second film. It truly sent chills to my bones. Can't imagine being stuck in there. Jesus, make sure to leave your picks in the comments. Which room design impacted you the most? But for us to actually see these sets, we need our characters to actually complete them. That's where these films shine the brightest. Normally, any film that tried a premise like this could barely manage to put a single decent room. But with this franchise, you have room after room with really smart puzzles. And even though each carries different aesthetics, they all connect to the story somehow. And in the first film, the way these rooms and these strangers are connected is simple. Each one of our protagonists are sole survivor, whether it be a plane crash like Zoe's or a boat accident like Jason's. These people went through extreme hardships and came out the other end all alone. And they might not like, but the mysterious corporation named Minos wants this to be no different. Whatever happens, no matter how close these strangers grow to one another, there'll only be a single champion. So it's all set, and one by one characters fall. But things don't go exactly according to Minos' plans. Zoe, who supposedly suffocated in one of the rooms, manages to survive and escape. And Ben manages to come out on top, so we end up with 2 survivors. Ben being the actual champion, and Zoe being a cheater, I guess. But it's okay to cheat this time. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Both Zoe and Ben meet up and escape with their lives. The first film ends with them realizing that the company Minos goes a lot deeper than they first realized. Exciting stuff, huh? Before we move on to the second film, did you know that the name of the evil company, Minos, is actually a reference to the Greek myth of King Minos, who, just like in the films, sent people to the labyrinth to get eaten by the Minotaur. The second movie had the best marketing campaign. They put the audience in one of the escape rooms from the upcoming film, and they both had the same solution. So people who got to experience the train knew exactly how the characters could escape. But leaving the train is not the end. It never is that simple with these movies. Although things are different now because every single contestant is someone that beat Minos' escape rooms before. That's why the film is called Tournament of the Champions. The second film has two endings. The theatrical version saw Deborah Ann Woll of Daredevil fame return as the puzzle maker, whereas if you watch the movie at home, the film ends with a sort of passing of the torch as Minos' main puzzle maker is trapped by his own daughter who is implied to take his place. Which ending did you get? Did you guys anticipate either one of the twists? Or were you as shocked as I was? I don't know what surprised me more, the twists themselves, or the fact that I watched an entirely different movie when I decided to rewatch it on Netflix. With everything that happened in the last movie, we knew the story wasn't over. Claire is free from her chains, and Minos is still out there. So, when are we getting the third film? When do you guys think we'll get it? The second film underperformed due to a lot of different factors. It was not liked as much as the first, and it came out in 2021. Having a movie in theaters be successful at such a time was not entirely possible, but the director behind the film's Adam Robitel, who you might know from the latest Insidious movie, is optimistic. "If people show us that they want it, we'll make it," he says. Adam, is that even a question? Of course we want it. If Adam listens us and delivers a third movie, we can expect it to be out sometime around 2026, most likely September 2026. In terms of the plot, we expect to get a new set of people facing a series of new puzzles. Perhaps this time we might get a theme setting such as Halloween or even Christmas, which might take the franchise into a more niche and completely different direction. Let me know what you expect to see in the next movie of the beloved escape room franchise. I don't know about you guys, but if we don't see Minos fall, I am going to lose it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because the moment the third film gets announced, you guys better know that I'll be here with my popcorn bucket. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.